born in LA, happened to be born into a blacklisted family, and happened to be hidden at the age of 5 to be protected from gun threats and threats of violence, to my family because my mother spoke out about the importance of the United Nations. And at the time, the United Nations was considered a Communist Front organization. And I wanted to paint, and I was told not to. I was really told that only crazy people painted, and I would cut off my ear or do something else crazy if I painted, and realized that there were 2 things missing in my life: love and art. And I realized I would never have one without the other. And it was then that I made the resolve to do this fairly dramatic thing of resigning a tenured position in the English department. I resigned not to do something I was good at doing. I didn't know how to paint. I resigned because I was dying inside my heart, and my spirit was dying. So what is Cities of Peace? It began as a collection of monumental paintings created collaboratively among strangers who became family to honor the history and culture of these world cities that have suffered trauma. What did Cities of Peace become? It grew to be peace building. It grew to be peace education. It grew to deal with peace building and reconciliation. It grew to develop a curriculum that now is generic and has just been adopted in Kosovo by the Ministry of Education. It will go to Auschwitz, which is our next city, our next place. So it grew to be peace education, peace building, to stop the threat of violent extremism by including marginalized youth. Catalina says to Margaret, "Tell me about your parents." Well, they fled. They had to flee. They barely got out alive. It was hard to leave Beijing. "Tell me about your parents, Catalina." And Catalina says, "Well, my father's dead." And Margaret says, "Oh, I'm sorry. Was he sick? Or should I not ask or ask?" They're making this painting talking. And Catalina says, "No, he was kidnapped. He was disappeared. He was kidnapped and murdered. They found his body 10 days later." That exchange happens in a safe zone with art as the common language, as you're saying,